Hi guys, William here with Patriot Containers. This is actually my third time making this video because my kids keep knocking on my office door, and they've been told not to do that. But I got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. But anyways, William with Patriot Containers found a new topic to talk about. If you're new to my channel, my videos are very educational. I used to work for bad companies 12 years ago. And I've ran my own business for 10 years, and I only have 3 complaints in 10 years, and all 3 of those people never bought a container from me. I put my customers first and me last. Bad companies put their customers first and you last. It should not be that way. So I've always thought, like, when you order something online, which is kind of how a container purchase is, I recommend always communicating and talking versus just quote texting and then nothing's being said other than price. That's pretty stupid if you're buying a used container. But when you order something on Amazon, you purchase the product you want. It shows that it's shipped. You get a tracking number, and it arrives on the day it's supposed to be there. And if it's damaged or broken or something, or it's the wrong item, you get to return it free of charge and you get your money back, or they replace your order. That's how it should be in the container industry. It's just not. You know, you talk to a company that's lying, and then they take 1 to 3 months to deliver, and then they show up with a horrible, damaged, rusty old container with holes in it, and you're like, what the heck? This isn't what I ordered. They go, and then they have cancellation fees and restocking fees, and you're screwed. And they're never accountable for the service that they provide. Never their fault. That's how this industry is. It shouldn't be. It should be regulated, and you as customers should not have to go through that. That's the purpose of my videos. I'm here to help you. I have a bunch of videos that are going to educate you on the red flags and the warning signs of what these bad companies are doing. The topic of this video is, can I negotiate? Of course you can. You're the customer. You have full control of everything of your purchase. Now, they have control of how they run their business, but you have control of your purchase. Can I negotiate? Yes, you can. You can't negotiate the price so low to where they're losing money, but they can negotiate their profit. They can negotiate whether they charge you 3% for their credit cards. If you're purchasing a container, one of the smartest things to do is to use a credit card, because that credit card puts you in control of your money, so you can get your money back if these companies screw you over. You might want to read their terms and conditions, because most of them do have cancellation fees. Most of them do have restocking fees. So if they bring you out a crappy product, they're going to keep your delivery money most likely, and then they're going to charge you a cancellation fee too. If they take 1 to 3 months to deliver and you're like, I want my money back. Oh, sorry, sir, we have a cancellation fee. Well, you didn't get your container in 7 to 10 days like you were supposed to, and you didn't even get a call, so, but yes, I think you guys can negotiate your credit card fees. Tell them, sorry, I'm only giving you this order if you're not charging me 3%. You don't get charged 3% when you purchase on Amazon. So you do have leverage in your purchase, and you do have negotiation power. You want to know why? Because you're the buyer. You're the buyer. They want your sale, so you are in control. They are not. So yeah, a lot of times something that's not really negotiable is the delivery, because the driver, well, it depends. Most of us companies don't own our own trucks, and we have drivers that have the tilting trailers that tilt up and down so they can pick up and unload a container. They charge a specific rate, and most likely they will negotiate a little bit, like maybe $50 off or something, but they're not going to do a delivery for half price. I mean, especially, imagine if a driver has to drive 4 hours. That's 4 hours one way and then 4 hours back. So that driver's going to be driving a long time that day to bring you your container. And it comes with a price because it's based off of wear and tear on the vehicle, gasoline, time. It's that part is a separate business other than containers. Now, if you have your own trucks, now you have a delivery service and a cargo container. Now you're making twice as much money. But everything is negotiable, and you as a customer do have the freedom of choice of who you call, who you do business with. It's your purchase. You are in control, and yes, you can negotiate everything on a common sense level. Obviously, if you're like, oh, I want a brand new container for $1,000, it ain't happening. They cost $2,000 or $4,000. 20 footers sometimes cost, $2,000 or up to, I think right now they're $2,400 or $2,700 for a 20 footer new. There's probably more leverage on used, but you do want to make sure that if you are looking for a good used container and you negotiate too low, maybe that company's now going to sell you a crappy one and not tell you about it. But yeah, everything's negotiable. What was I going to say was, I have people that call me and go, hey, how much is your delivery? And I'm thinking, well, what's your zip code and what do you want? And I give people a total price so it's less confusing, so they don't have to break down the numbers. The total price is what in fact, I made a sale like 2 months ago where the guy negotiated with me, and he wanted my delivery guy to do the delivery way cheaper than what he was going to do it for. And I respected his honesty. And I respect people that ask and say, hey, can I get a deal? Well, of course you can. I'm willing to work with you because you're my customer and I want you to be happy. The more I make to make that sale, because my customers are happy, if I can make that first initial sale and do everything right for the customer, that customer is going to call me back and order more. I'm also going to get referrals from that person. They're going to say, hey, where'd you get that nice used container or that nice new one? I'm also more negotiable on new containers because I know for a fact that the nicest container possible will create repeat business and referrals for me. You just got to tell the truth, deliver on the right day, and show up with the right product so the customer does not feel misled. The more you sell, the more repeat business and referrals that you get. And everything in this world is negotiable. You just have to make sure that when you're negotiating, you meet in the middle and everybody's happy. If you're happy and they're happy and you're happy with their service, you've made a good decision and you don't feel misled. Every time I buy a car, they go, oh, William, what can we do to make you happy and make this sale? Great question. I want to buy a product that I'm going to be happy with. And then when I walk away, I want to know that I made the right decision. And that's the same thing with the cargo container. You want to buy something. You don't want to be ripped off. You want to make sure that your money is applied in the right area so you get a good deal. So in order to get a good deal, everything is negotiable. You just have to meet in the middle and both parties say yes, and then you made a negotiation outcome. So anyways, can you negotiate? Yes. And you're the buyer. You're in control. You tell them with what you want, and if they don't budge and they're being difficult, call somebody else. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.